Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much to Chic Street Man for bringing us in with some beautiful music, and we can't wait to sing with you today, Chick. And hello, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. Today is day 1,650 beautiful days of consecutive singing in this room. Yeah, those round numbers are really incredible, aren't they? And we're really glad you decided to join us today. It's a lot of days, and it's always beautiful to get to see all of your faces and all of your smiles and feel the support and the community of all this love in this room and all of the beautiful hard work that folks in this room do to help make our world a better place. Chick is right up there in the list of folks who are on that trajectory. Let's say hi to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Hello, Facebook, and everybody out there on the live stream on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. We're glad you joined us today. This is the Daily Antidote of Song. If you're new to us, we are one song every day at noon Eastern. We are free. We are always right here. Happy to have new people join us. And we do lots of other stuff besides just dailying along in this room. So sign up for our newsletter and become part of this fabulous community. We have folks that join us from all around the globe, both our song leaders and our hosts, and also our attendees. So nice to have so many folks here today. I'm going to start by saying hi to Chick, who is coming in from Seattle, Washington. He is our song leader for the day. We are excited to sing with him. Let's say hi and thank you to Candace, who's running the tech for us today. Thank you, Candace. And hello and thank you to Ariana coming in from LA. So both Candace and Ariana, our tech people today, are in LA. It's a very techy place out there. Dory and Ollie coming in from Rhode Island. Susan in Cincinnati. Deborah in Kentucky. Sheila in Florida. Annette in California. Kathleen in Albuquerque. Linda on Orcas Island. Hoda, British Columbia. Luda coming in from Victoria, BC, reminding us to make hearts and send love to each other. Jane in Texas. Nice to see you today. Julie in Ontario. Glad you're here. Storm in Massachusetts. Kevin in DC. I see Caroline in DC. I see Marcia in Ontario. Louise coming in from Devon, UK. Lindsay in California. Miles and Amanda in Michigan. Nancy in Washington State. Elizabeth in California. Carol in Connecticut. Don coming in from Vermont. It's one of the curly tops. That's actually Alice May or maybe Leanna. I can't tell. Bob in Albany. Nice to have you with us today. Anne in Nashville. Bob, Mabel, and the Bears bouncing around in Massachusetts. Hello to Neil on the screen today. Nice to see you, Neil, coming in from Mass. We're glad you've joined us. Athena in Brooklyn. And Don coming in from Vermont. More folks still coming. Sandy in Western North Carolina. Gary in Mass. I think I got everybody. If I missed anybody, I'll get you on the goodbye end of things. Let's all take one deep breath. Yeah. So we are in the right space for singing and thinking today, and we are with the right guy. So Chic Street Man, welcome back to the Daily Antidote Song. You've been with us a lot of times, and we are always so grateful to have you. Do you want to tell us what you're going to share with us today? And maybe teach us the chorus or sing the chorus before you get started.
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna do a song that I wrote quite a while ago, but I made a few little adjustments to it, and then at the end, I'm gonna do a song that you all know. I know you know, and I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but yeah, I'll surprise you when we get to it. But the song that I'm going to start with is the song I wrote. And I'm going to sing the chorus of it for you first to teach you the chorus. And then when it comes around, you'll know how it goes. Okay, so the chorus goes like this. One voice in unison will never die. No need for greed or hunger. Freedom is our battle cry. We won't be denied. Should I go into it? This is a land where our fathers died, the symbol of democracy. But if divided we stand, then united we will fall, the whole of humanity. African, American, Latino, and Pole, Italian, Asian, German, and Jew. Arabs, Irish, Indians, all immigrants too. You may hold on to your nationality or put it up on the auction block. But no matter what the weather, if we don't come together, we going down like a sinking rock. Here we go with the chorus. One voice in unison will never die. No need for greed or hunger. Freedom is our battle cry. We won't be denied. You got a 9-pound hammer that's sitting right up over your head, saying get all that you can get and you better not quit till that monkey on your back gets fed. Well, let me tell you something about that monkey. He's never gonna be satisfied, because he gets his motivation from a falsification of freedom inside. Here we go. One voice in unison will never die. No need for greed or hunger. Freedom is our battle cry. We won't be denied. You can buy yourself a mountain, a fancy house, a gate and a lock. Fence yourself in to protect your skin, but your time may be running out. You may think you bought a piece of freedom, and that just may well be. But if you think every day you'll escape harm's way, you might be a prisoner in a fantasy. Here we go. One voice in unison will never die. No need for greed or hunger. Freedom is our battle cry, and what we won't be denied. Freedom is our battle cry. We won't be denied.
Woo!
All
Chick
right
Street
then.
Man. Thank you, Chick. I sort of feel like we could sing that song and talk about that song all day long, because it just seems to be the sort of most important point of conversation we're all having these days.
Isn't
And
that where we're going? Freedom, That's
yep. And the whole unison or unity or lack of divide, that seems to be sort of increasingly in these past years a centerpiece of what we need to be talking about for sure. And so you want to, I mean, you sort of just sang us how you're feeling in a way, but do you want to add anything to it in discussion? Talk about sort of how you're feeling about things in the world and what's going on. I know you got a song called What's Going On.
what's going on? Well, it sort of ties into kind of my life story. And some of you may know and will perhaps know pretty soon that I have written my memoir, and I'm promoting it a little bit now. But in my memoir, I talk about as an African American, a black man, having traveled around in this country and in Europe and different countries in Europe, and at a time when being a black man in certain places wasn't always that easy. And so I had a lot of experience, learning how to be comfortable in places where I wasn't necessarily automatically accepted, and learning in how to be open to all kinds of different people, no matter what color, no matter what background, no matter what ethnicity. And I get that from my mother and my father, who were always, their door was always open to anybody and everybody that came by. Yeah, so that's why I
Beautiful.
would go into a song like this.
Beautiful. Thank you, Chick. So I think we're going to take just a quick sec here to show everybody the beautiful cover of Chick's memoir. And it says, what initially excited me about Chic Street Man's work was that it was music that championed life and affirmed it on a cultural ground. That's August Wilson, an American playwright, who said that beautiful quote. And that's pretty impressive. There's a link there at the bottom. You can see we highlighted it, but it's also available in the chat here and on the live streams. So you can take a look at how to get Chic's memoir in your hot little hands so you can read all about all of the ways that he's sort of been championing the same kind of work his whole life. And Chic, yeah, go ahead.
I should also tell you that for those of you who aren't readers, that there is an audiobook coming out based on this memoir, but it's probably not going to come out till maybe the next around spring, April, May, something like that.
Wow, that's amazing.
With
So,
all the music in it, and so it's pretty cool. Actually, I'm enjoying it.
okay, that's cool. Listening to a book on tape, well, on tape, you can tell I'm dating myself. A book on audio when it has music built into it is so much fun. And so there you go. I think now, gang, maybe we need to all wait until that is ready. Do you have any idea on the timing of that?
I'm thinking Aprilish, maybe springtime.
Great.
I
That's
want to get the paperback out there enough so people can, enjoy that way first.
beautiful. So, Chick, do you want to talk a little bit more about your memoir, or do you want to talk a little bit about what you've got coming up in the world and the other projects you're working on?
Well, the memoir basically tells, my life story. And when I was really young, I wanted to learn how to play guitar like my great grandmother, who was a bottleneck blues guitar player from Augusta, Georgia. And I think I wanted to learn how to play like her because my mother is also was a gospel blues singer, and I would hear music and her singing around the house all the time, and but I couldn't really quite get it like her. And I would say to Mama, I said, I want to sing the blues, and she would say, "Boy, you can't sing the blues." I said, "Mama, I never said I could. I said I wanted. I figured if anybody could teach me, it would be her." So my story basically goes into that whole passing the blues along, like it coming from my great grandmother to my mother and to me and so forth. And then, but so coming up, I'm going to do, I don't know if any of you are anywhere near Bellingham. I'm doing a house concert coming up in November in Bellingham, Washington, which will be a lot of fun. Well, I've done one there before, and it's a really beautiful house and environment. Yeah, and I'm going to be in Los Angeles singing at a bunch of schools in February and doing some Zoom shows and also performing live to a bunch of schools in February. Other than that, I'm just trying to stay healthy.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Chick. And so I know we do have folks in the live stream who come in from Washington. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, there's someone in the room today also in here from Washington State. So hopefully you're near Bellingham. And we definitely have lots of California folks in the room. So definitely check out Chick's shows if you can. And Chick, do you know the works of August Wilson? We didn't prep for this at all, but I just saw that beautiful quote. Would love to hear you say anything about August Wilson.
Well, August Wilson, he was so cool. He lived here in Seattle, Washington. I think he was raised in Pittsburgh, but he lived not far from here from where I live. And when his daughter was young and my son was young, we would have birthday parties. For the birthdays fell around the same time, and we would have parties together. And I wound up doing one show with one of August Wilson's plays here at the Seattle Repertory Theater called Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It was really funny the way that came down because they gave me a call and they said, "Can you do the show?" And I said, "Well, I'm not the bass player who had played with the Ink Spots was an older fella and couldn't remember his lines. And when they asked me if I could do the show, I said, "Well, I'm not a bass player and I'm not really an actor." They said, "Yeah, but can you do it?" I said, "Well, okay." So I did the show, and August was in the audience with his wife and my wife and my family, and I got through the first parts, the first tech shows really well, and the opening night was really great, and two or three shows after that was great. And then fourth day doing the show, I went completely blank. My lines were just gone. And But I asked August after the show, I said, "How did I do, man?" He said, "You're all right." I said, "Okay." But then I was doing an opening for one of my CDs, and I invited August to come to the opening. And so he came to the opening, and it was a CD release party is what it was. And he came and he sat down the front row, and I did the first set. And after um, I took a break, I said, "August, if you want to come up on stage with me and do something, you're welcome." He said, "No, I'll think about it." So when I come back out the dressing room to go back on stage, he's already on stage and in front of the microphone. And so I said, "Oh, why?" So I walked up and I said, "So August, what are we gonna do?" He said, "I don't know, just start playing something. We'll see." So I said, "Okay." So I started going to Little Blues Vamp, and he just starts going off. And I think he went into a lot of his plays just sort of putting out everything that just, it was amazing. And the whole audience was blown away because he didn't stop. And I don't even know if he was listening to what I was playing, but he just took off. He was a really neat man. And he would
Wow.
sit on his porch, and he'd write, and he'd invite anybody to come by, and he would talk to them. And he was just a beautiful man. So yeah,
Wow.
anytime
That's
soon.
an incredible story. Was that filmed? That vamping that he did?
That would have been nice. No.
That would have been really well, all right. I'm going to take a second here to shout out actually the city of Baltimore, which is the city right next door to the one that I live in, because they're doing this very cool August Wilson thing where they're going to do his entire cycle of plays, but at different theaters all around Baltimore and over the course of several years. So this past weekend, we just saw Joe Turner's Come and Gone, done by Chesapeake Shakespeare Theater, which is one of my favorite theater companies anyway. And it was such a fabulous job. And I totally recommend wherever you are in the world, but especially if you're anywhere near Baltimore, catch the August Wilson plays whenever they are available because they're really incredible works of art and they're very complex. You don't come out of the. It took me about 2 days after the play to finally be able to process what I think I experienced or knew or understood or learned or yeah, very, very complicated, lovely, beautiful, and thoughtful pieces of yeah, theater. So Chick, did you want to say something?
No, no, I'll just agree with you.
Yeah, thank you. And actually, since we're sort of on the theme right now of like works and change, we did have a racial justice discussion last weekend. It was hosted by Sweet Honey and the Rock and some of their friends. We live streamed it on the Daily Antidote of Song platform, so it's on our YouTube. If you haven't seen it yet, there is a link in the chat. It was long. I think it went on for about 2 hours, but it was an incredible discussion with all kinds of friends of theirs from all over. So I really recommend that you pop over at some point and watch that incredible piece of work. We were really glad to have been able to host it. And Chick, anything else you want to say before we sing your surprise song?
No, we just go ahead and sing the surprise again. I want to see all the people smiling when we sing it.
You got it.
Now, let me know if you don't know this song, okay? Anybody recognize that? If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, where all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out warning, I'd hammer out the love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land, all over this land. If I had a bell, what would you do? Ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, where? All over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out warning, I'd ring out the love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land, all over this land. If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, where? All over the land. I'd sing out danger, I sing out morning. I sing out the love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land, all over this land. Now I've got a hammer, I got a bell, I got a song to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's the song about the love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land, all over this land. Where? All over this land, all over this land. Where? All over this land, all over this land. All right.
Woo! All right, give it up for Chic Street Man, please. Chick, that was a lot of fun to sing. Was there
All
anybody
right.
in the room who knew the song already? Yeah, okay, I think everybody knew the song. You win. Chick, thank you so much for bringing us two beautiful songs and two thoughtful songs and two songs that are really speaking to the heart of where we are right now in our culture, but also globally. So it's really nice to be able to sit in thought with you and in song. Want to say
Thank
anything
you.
else before we head out?
I'm sorry, I was opening my big mouth and I didn't hear what your last thing
I
was you
love
said.
the delay. It's so much fun, isn't it? I said, would you like to say anything else before we head out today?
No, I just want to say I love to you and love to all of you for being there and sharing. And this is such a wonderful format and place to share and to be people and to open up and to laugh, to love, to it's just awesome. I'm just happy to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you. We always love having you here with us. Let's see if we can take a quick sec to show everybody what we've still got coming up this week. So today, obviously, we had the beautiful Chic Street Man here with us. Tomorrow, we have Maria Elena Anzini. She's coming in from Italy, bringing us some of her magical vocal play. And Moon Clementson coming in from Minnesota on Sunday. Please join us for those. We've got lots of great stuff coming up here in the Daily Antidote Song. We've got a ukulele week. We've got a voting week. So please stick around for a lot more fun. And we can't wait to see you all here, right here, tomorrow in the Daily Antidote Song. Say goodbye to Chick Street Man, Seattle, Washington. Thanks again, Chick.
Thank
It
you
was
very much.
beautiful to be with you.
Thank you.
And let's all thank Candace for running tech in LA and Ariana for running tech in LA. Thanks for doing so much work on behalf of all of us. Dory and Ollie in Rhode Island, thank you. Susan in Cincinnati, Deborah in Kentucky, Sheila in Florida, Annette in California, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Linda on Orcas Island, Hoda in British Columbia, Luda in Victoria, Julie in Ontario, Storm in Mass, Caroline in DC, Bob and Mabel and the Bouncing Bears in Cambridge, Kevin in DC, Neil coming in from somewhere in Massachusetts with the just right background for the day. Athena coming in from Brooklyn, reminding us that it is day 1,650 days here in the Daily Antidote Songs. That's a lot of consecutive singing that we've been doing in here, and we are glad you are with us today, and join us again tomorrow, please. Dan Walker coming in from Vienna, Virginia, Bob in Albany, Martha coming in from Oregon, and Gary in Mass, Nancy in Washington State, Jane in Texas, Anne in Nashville, Louise coming in from Devon, UK, Kathy in Colorado, Lindsay in California, that is Alice May or Leanna over there in Vermont, and another, oh, it's both in Vermont, and Don back there, and William and Pauline, and Shizuka, and I forget who else is in that squad. Oh, Phil, hello, coming in from Newcastle, UK. Let's all wave to William another happy birthday for his 100th birthday. I feel like we should just celebrate that all year. It was so much fun. Carol in Connecticut and Aloysius in Mass. Thanks everybody for being with us today. Can't wait to see you right here tomorrow on the Daily Antidote Song.